walked around her nest, carefully laying 3 eggs as Spear and Mira watched in fascination. Spear tried to touch the eggs, but Fang wouldn't let him. The next day, the chief and Eldar climbed a cliff as large birds flew around them. Eldar jumped onto one of the birds while the chief climbed the cliff. He tied a rope around the bird's neck and, with his son's help, managed to tame it. As Spear caught fish for Fang, Mira worked on fixing the ship. Eldar and the chief didn't try to attack the birds, instead choosing to swoop down and ride them. Fang fiercely protected her eggs from the attacking birds, but one of them managed to grab Mira and lift her into the air. Eldar tried to drop her, but she hung onto a rope for dear life. He cut the rope, and Mira fell, but Spear was there to catch her. Together, Spear and Mira fought the chief and managed to throw him off the ship. He fell through the woods and landed on the ground, miraculously surviving the fall. Despite his injuries, the chief stood up and saw Spear kicking Eldar off the bird. Eldar crashed onto a rock and died, and the chief let the water carry him away as he mourned the loss of his son. Spear and Mira reunited with Fang, and he hugged her tightly. The chief lay on a rock, preparing to accept his own death. But suddenly, some women floated down from the sky, trying to take him up with them. Strange demonic monsters dragged him back to the ground, however, and the chief found himself in the underworld. He went through a door and saw the demonic entity from his dream, finally facing him head-on and gaining the power he needed to defeat him. Meanwhile, back on the beach, Spear sat quietly while Mira looked annoyed. She packed food into the ship, and Spear realized that she wanted them to leave. He made a nest on the boat and tried to convince Fang to join them, but she was hesitant to leave her eggs behind. Mira tried to help, but it seemed like it would be an uphill battle to get Fang to come with them. They tricked Fang by separating her eggs and showing her the nest they had made for her on the boat. Realizing that her eggs would be safe, Fang climbed aboard and they set off. The next morning, Spear caught some fish and ate one. As they sailed, they saw a strange ship in the distance with smaller ships approaching them. Several Egyptian soldiers emerged from the ship and attacked them, but Mira and Spear fought back bravely while Fang protected her eggs. A giant African man named Camo appeared and knocked Spear out. Fang tried to fight Camo, but he was too strong and knocked her unconscious as well. One of her eggs broke in the scuffle. Fang woke up enraged and fought Camo with renewed vigor, and Spear and Mira joined in. But then, the Egyptian Queen Ama appeared, holding Fang's eggs hostage. The soldiers captured Spear and the others and took them aboard the ship, separating Mira from the group and locking them in cells. Camo was also thrown in a cell, and Spear and Fang glared at him but eventually fell asleep. Fang woke up to see the soldiers trying to restrain her. She attacked them, but Ama entered with her egg and threatened to break it if Fang didn't cooperate. Reluctantly, Fang stopped fighting and allowed herself to be taken away. As Spear and Fang joined the battle, they quickly become an asset to the soldiers fighting